we have never done a conversation in public like this, although we've had a lot of conversations over the years on long walks at one of the parks here, because, we think, at least I feel like I think better when I'm walking and out in nature. So this is a conversation that I guess we are going to have for a short bit to share with the public here, our audience, about some interesting things that are happening, exciting things that are happening. So tell us, the team efforts that are going on to develop cutting edge technology enhancements that Symplast is undertaking right now.
Yeah, and we get grounded when we are in nature, so that's also very inspiring, right? Like it's not only the exercise, the oxygen, the pure oxygen, but it's also getting grounded. And in those walks, we certainly do get inspired, and many of the things that are happening at Symplast really is a part of a very long-term plan that we've had for several years. And we have earned the right to be in this industry, and we were accepted because of our integrity and our innovation and our partnership in this, or with practitioners in this industry. And now we have the ability to fully deploy our potential. And it's so exciting at Symplast that we have reached, over 5,000 monthly users, and that is a large audience, an audience of users that get to enjoy a much happier work life, using technology in their favor to deliver great patient care, or assist them to deliver patient care by allowing them to do what they do best, that is either plastic surgery, medical aesthetics in general, to improve the patient's life. Now, many may know that at Symplast we started with a fantastic mobile EHR and practice management software that you can run your practice right.
As a matter of fact, to just sort of interrupt, but it's an important point that at least I want to make it. You and I've had many conversations about this. We did not set out to call this even an EHR.
Correct.
Because the vision was always much grander and broader.
Correct. Yeah, and because it is about a platform that enables all aspects of the medical aesthetic business. So, being able to run your practice from your phone and do all the different workflows where you touch the patients, you have interactions with the patients, from commerce, from attract, from communicate, document in text, audio, video, you name it, and all that type of multimedia, we always excel at. And now we have just launched or announced only a few weeks ago that on September 1st, we're making available our SymplastCRM, which is...
Can you elaborate what is CRM for people who may not know that?
Yeah. So really, it's a terminology that is very universal for any type of business, and is customer relationship management. But how it has to translate...
Do you remember we called it patient relationship management for a short while for what we were trying to do?
Yes, PRM.
Full circle.
Exactly. And this, the set of functionality that applies to medical aesthetics is, so how do we contact and communicate with the patients? So that's where it starts, right? Being able to being able to absorb the lead, right? Like if somebody fills out a form or contacts you via social media or via phone, and then you capture that lead, and then you need to communicate with that lead. And there's plenty of technology today that relieves you and your practice from that burden of an administration, communication of simple concepts and whatnot, where AI can help with all that. There are plenty of generative AI and bots that can definitely augment your staff. and allow them to actually pitch in when it really means. That is when you are building that relationship, that connection with the patient. So from capturing to nurturing, educating the patients via different content that you can deliver to them, from videos and written content or even audio. Being able to then move on and assist with the proposal aspect of the relationship with the patient, the early relationship throughout the consults, getting the patient coordinators assistant for them to do their job better. And their job better, of course, will lead to higher conversions, but it's all about delivering amazing patient connections that translate to great patient care.
Yep. So for you're a core technologist. For the audience who may not know terminology, what is generative AI actually? What does that mean?
Yeah, so basically those are large models that are created today, technology that is created today that really can assist on creating content with answering questions even, or taking prompts on as a command in order to create content of different sorts. It could be written content, audio content, even video content.
So what's great about that to me, as I'm an avid user of it already, is that it is done in natural language. You don't have to learn specific terminology. You don't have to be an expert in anything. You basically talk to your assistant, which is the AI bot or assistant, generative AI assistant, to give it commands or direction and kind of really get deep into whatever you want it to do for you. So that's been the great thing. So on a sidebar, which I think the audience would love to know, because I'm a physician, you are a technologist, and we are kind of in the world together, right? So how has your involvement in the healthcare field over the last few years changed you as a person, or has it affected you as a person?
Ooh, that's a good question. It is very interesting that in this specific vertical of the medical industry, it has connected many dots on what great service looks like. And it's not just the outcomes. It's kind of like the saying, it's not the destination, it's the journey. It applies in here too. So it's not just how do we get to the solution, but actually enjoying the path and the journey all the way to the solution. So it certainly made me start thinking on problems in a different way, in a way where we look at all the different stakeholders in this journey, all the passengers of this journey. The patient is one, certainly the staff from the practice, and of course the doctor is part of the journey. But even beyond, there are partners in the industry that are part of this journey, and even the caretakers, the loved ones within the scope of the patient are very important as well, because we love to deliver tools that keep them all connected in constant communication, collecting information and distributing information that is relevant at the time or at the different points throughout the journey.
So a tidbit you guys should know about Facundo is that when I first met him, he was very much an engineer type. I couldn't get him out of that engineering mode. But I want you to notice what he just said is mostly human qualities. Behind all of this amazing technology, really what you're summarizing, which may have affected you, is that the interconnectedness of human relationships, the communication, the closeness, that's what's, I think you're saying basically.
Yes, for sure, because really that's what we do at Symplast.
So we made a human out of an engineer.
Wow, yes, leveraging AI to deliver all of that.
Are you really a bot, or are you really a person?
Sometimes I wonder. No, but joking aside, I think that that's what we were able to do at Symplast. That is, provide tools that all those stakeholders that I was mentioning, the ultimate goal is for them to handle the human aspect of it and automate or assist in all the the burden, the administration that needs to be done just to conduct business or to document or things like that. And we continue to provide tools, and we, in our brainstorming sessions, just like with you when we go for walks in nature, or with engineers when we are looking at what is the next big thing, we are actually thinking on the patient. We are actually thinking on the staff, on the user. We try to put ourselves on their shoes. And as you know, I go around the country and I visit a lot of practices, an average of 30 practices a year, that I personally go and see what they're doing and how our technology is affecting them as people and relationships.
Yeah. One of the things that I feel very good about is that we don't think about solutions for today. We're thinking about solutions 5 years down the road. How are they going to change? How are we going to be relevant? How are we going to enhance and impact that? So going back to the CRM aspect, which is the customer relationship management, how is AI going to assist in the overall delivery of that functionality or tool set? And how is Symplast really going to be separate or different or better than the competition out there?
Well, again, it gives the people involved more time to do the things that really matter. And it takes a lot of the work of the repetitive work, from communicating certain information. Early on, it could be the patient education on why this may be or may not be the right procedure for them. With that, we leverage AI bots that are extremely intelligent today. It's very difficult to discern.
Is that live today? All this?
Yeah. We have beta clients. It's going to be live for everybody starting September 1st, but really it is live today for a selective few.
So do you call this an AI augmented SymplastCRM, or how do you share that?
So exactly, it's AI powered ecosystem. What we do is we provide additional productivity, or we deliver additional productivity for every single stakeholder, from the patient, that they have to do less things. They talk to a chatbot that can book an appointment for them.
Do you think that takes away that humanness that you spoke about earlier?
I don't think so, because you still can. You can call the practice. It's just that you don't have to. In the past, and let me actually comment on my personal life. I hate when I have to call a provider of any sort, and normally doctors are the most typical, like the PCP that only picks up the phone between 9 and 3:30, 4 p.m., and that's the only time that I have to go and book an appointment. I would prefer to talk to a chatbot really quick to do something quick. Now, if I have an issue, if I'm not feeling well, if I'm having some second thoughts, if that procedure is the right one for me, I want to talk to a human. But that is what we enable. Take all that burden of the low-value workflows and low-value communications, so you and your staff have more time to actually deliver the high-value communication.
So how is the beta program going so far? I know it was recent, maybe a month or 6 weeks old now, approximately. So what's the feedback?
Yeah. We launched it first week of July, so we are entering the 7th week, and it has been fantastic. Like, we are actually ahead of time. That in software that is not super common, but we are ahead of time. We wanted to launch it by the middle of September, and actually we're launching in September 1st. So
how do you see this grow and assist Symplast customers?
Literally, and I'm gonna quote what two different consultants in the industry say: if you're investing in marketing and you don't have a CRM, you're doing it wrong. So bottom line is, we know that there's a need. We know that there are some clients that are using it or using some type of technology, as CRM and marketing automation. But what we have gathered, we expected it, but we have gathered feedback that the fact that it's so closely integrated to the rest of the ecosystem is what makes a huge difference. As simple as...
so is that the main distinguishing characteristic, or are there two now? AI augmented ecosystem, as you said, are AI powered, plus that very tight, seamless integration throughout the ecosystem. Are those the two main features that separate Symplast CRM?
There are many features that will separate or that are key components to success. But the one that we have been investing and we are delivering on the best is that integration. Because that integration between all those flows, and because it's all part of the same ecosystem, it's not that we have one software here, and now we have to design a communication path. It's all the same, part of the same platform. And therefore, the information flows across all those workflows extremely well. As an example, as soon as an appointment gets booked, it moves within the pipeline that is designed for that patient journey. It moves to the next stage and completely automatically triggers the new set of activities and communications and whatnot. So it is
it's a bi-directional integration within the operational EHR and everything else.
Exactly, and that is unique. There's nothing else to this level of integration out in the market. And it's not only that I'm saying it, it's our clients, about 15 beta clients that we launched, they all saw that value immediately.
So how is the pricing going to be compared to the marketplace? Are you going to place this? Tell us about pricing, about this.
Certainly.
Value, I should say.
Yeah. So this is a premium service, and but it has a tremendous ROI. It starts at $900 a month, all the way to $2,500 a month with the higher tier, and depends on the locations and whatnot. But what it does for you, the ROI is in so many ways. The simplest one, it will close more deals for you. So if, again, what I said about the consultants saying, if you're investing in marketing, there's a funnel, right? The marketing funnel, marketing fits the top. And if the funnel is pretty narrow, yes, you get leads that flow all the way through. But what we do with CRM, we just make the funnel a little less of a bottleneck, and more leads will flow all the way to consults, and then of course surgical procedures or non-surgical. That is the ultimate goal. And with less than a surgery, you're already ahead of the ROI.
So you have a tiered structure of value offerings for customers, and you have the separating features, which is extremely tight integration throughout the ecosystem, bidirectional communication seamlessly, AI-powered capabilities, and increased productivity, all the rest, which I think are unique in the market now. So is this version 1.0, I assume? So I'm sure as an innovator, there's other things that we're thinking of far ahead of the game.
Oh yeah. Basically, we have a few more announcements that are going to be coming out. We've been working on a wellness program tool that automates a lot of weight loss programs, for example, which are heavily reliant on having a good CRM. So all this ties together to attract the patients into the funnel, run them through the program, and as you know, wellness is specifically weight loss, leads very quickly to non-surgical procedures and even surgical procedures. So the CRM helps your practice automate a lot of that patient journey.
And is that wellness also natively developed within Symplast?
It is, again, very tightly integrated to, even down to the credit card processing, revenue recognition, because you might be selling a 3-month plan, but if you take all the cash right away, well, really, it should be, the revenue recognition should be
amortized.
3 months and things like that. So we have the financial aspect of running the program, the medical aspect of running the program, which means all the EHR notes, all the multimedia that you collect as part of that medical side of the journey. all the automated communications, like normally a weight loss, let's say that is 4 weeks per excuse me, per phase, and you might have 3 phases throughout the program, or even 6 months. Well, you want to make sure that the patient adheres to the help with the communication. And as you know, we have a patient app that is app-to-app communication. It's the best way to engage with patients. And the wellness programs connects via the patient app, encourage them. So we provide adherence or compliance, encouragement, and also data collection on how they're doing. And all that, how they're doing, includes, like, are they having any side effects? What are the non-desirable side effects, like GI tract or GI symptoms and nausea? And we can quantify all that.
We'll make a doctor out of you yet.
Yes. And so we can quantify all that, and we can present it back. And of course, we collect the how much they're injecting every week, and what is the current weight, so we can plot the weight loss and all that, combined with taking pictures every week. Then we can create a fantastic journey story for them, and motivate them to continue to stay. And then, of course, that plugs into all the marketing automation activities, where now we can start to propose them
programs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like RF skin tightening, or whatever other solutions would apply, like what they call it, the Ozempic phase, right? When they start losing too much weight, and now you want to make sure that you put some fillers back in to have a healthy look. And so this program relies both on that component of CRM, but also leverages AI to ensure that we automate much of that communication, and as well as all that documentation. We are taking data points, we're getting images, we're getting self-reported side effects and weight, current weight and dosage and whatnot. Well, we help the provider to automate a lot of that by creating AI note-taking, and for the provider to say, yep, this makes sense, or just edit and post, reducing a lot of the time that you spend, doing compliance, while you can spend that time on providing great advice and guidance to the patient for better outcomes.
You just easily slipped it in there, but it's a pretty big deal. So for physicians like me that are very lazy in documenting, you just said, I think an AI assistant is listening with the consent of the patient, of course, to a conversation like this, and it's able to summarize it and format it and deliver it within the patient record, the patient chart, a documented version of your choice. So, for example, if it is an operative note, it'll render it in that format. If it's a treatment note, it'll do it that fashion. If it's a consult note or a SOAP note or whatever type of format you want, that's what this AI assistant is delivering, correct?
Exactly. And in the context of wellness management, a lot of this is also done via telehealth. So now you have a lot of different tools all within the same platform, without you having to leave and go to another app or another website or whatnot, all within your phone or whatever device you're using, everything coordinated for your benefit and really for the benefit of the patient.
So a couple of nostalgic things from a vision perspective for Symplast. When we first, started on this journey, and we've been working together for a while now, we created a very broad ecosystem because we saw the future. And we wanted to build it from scratch with a vision in mind that's going to take us in a certain North Star direction. And we were very broad, but now we're getting very deep and exciting time of our ecosystem development, because all the nuts and bolts are there. We're just now trying to take leverage. So we're going to accelerate this quite rapidly. So in this particular case that you're talking about, this ecosystem integration, now you are able to incorporate AI throughout the entire ecosystem to take advantage of it, which I think itself is quite unique in this industry.
That's exactly right. I like to do a lot of analogies comparing to building construction, right? And we have done a lot of foundational work. Now we made such strong foundational work that now we are putting buildings on top of that.
And we can go chandelier.
Exactly. And we can keep adding floors to that building, making it deeper or a more vertical integration of each of those areas. And that was a long investment that clearly is coming out. The return on investment is coming out very, very obvious for all our Symplast clients. They are seeing the amount of new features and not only new features popping up, but how they all connect with each other and make all those different workflows and activities that they have to perform so much easier.
So this leads naturally into, because we're talking about wellness and all this, remote patient monitoring, right? I mean, naturally lends itself to it because a lot of times patients are doing this at home. We want to provide the tools and convenience. So talk a little bit about that aspect of functionality we're bringing into the ecosystem.
Yeah, so especially with surgical procedures, that 99% of them are outpatient. One of the things is ensuring that their safety, and we provided many tools so far. We provided many tools to stay in touch, but now we're taking it to a next level that is remote patient monitoring by providing a set of devices to the patients, actually even before they have surgery, to create a baseline of that patient, so the anesthesiologist and the doctor, the surgeon, have an idea on the normal behavior of that patient or the normal vitals of that patient. And then after surgery, they keep using it for a few weeks or a couple months in order to ensure that everything goes as planned. It has two sides there are two sides to that coin. Is a peace of mind for the doctor or the doctors involved to ensure that they are providing the right level of care. But it's also even for the patient, because they feel more cared for, because it's scary having a big surgery.
Somebody's checking up on them.
Exactly. Having a big surgery. If they would have been in a hospital and they stay for a few days, they see nurses coming in, all these devices that are monitoring them and letting the medical providers know if there's something wrong. When they go home, they don't have any of that. So it's an interesting partnership that we have done, and now again, fully integrated right in the patient file. You can go and look at the vitals that they have been taking and several times a day.
And there's AI there as well, right?
And there's AI in there as well, because that is live monitoring that gets pre-processed via an AI model that is specially tuned for detecting early signs of
anomalies.
Exactly. And basically to avoid sepsis and make sure that the patient is healthy. And if there are any issues, then the providers do get alerted.
Yeah. So this is obviously well conceived and well thought through. So extending this along, so we talked about CRM for lead generation. We talked about operations, which is AI assistant to assist with documentation. We talked about expanding it into wellness and how all of this ties together. We talked about remote patient monitoring. And now we obviously have to talk about finances. So the next phase of this is really, how is Symplast thinking about enabling further conversions to deliver more value to practices, customers, by higher ROIs through patient financing? I know we're thinking about this. Do you want to share something about that?
And there are many solutions for it, right? Like, first of all, we have had for quite a while gift cards that are completely embedded into the platform, supported in the platform. We have had memberships. We have had what we call beauty plans and beauty bank, where automatically we can charge the patient credit card like a layaway plan. If you want to sell a surgery in 6 payments that are normally collected ahead of the surgery, the system will do it automatically. Or if you want to create a beauty plan that is going to consist of several sessions of I don't know, lasers or injectables and whatnot that is throughout the year, you can split all that up, and the system will do all the financial aspect of it. It will keep the patient in compliance with the financial aspect of it. Now, another tool is to also get patient financing, meaning where the patient will have the surgery and then repay for that surgery over time. And that patient financing is also something that we are in the midst of integrating with a company that we're going to make an announcement soon.
This is a third-party company. This is an internal.
It's a third-party company, but it's all within the flow.
Yes.
The same workflow, the same UI, the same, just one more click. You just click, yep, I want to finance this. Here are the options. As a patient, I can select my own options. Do I want it in 6 months or 2 years? And I can control that as a patient without,
Through the patient.
again, having to leave our ecosystem, all within our ecosystem, which it provides convenience, less friction for the patient and for the provider and the staff.
So this is a lot of activity in a very, very short time. When is this all going to be announced and released?
So most of this is going to be announced in the month of September. We have kind of like a big coming out party at the plastic surgery, the meeting in San Diego, the largest national conference of plastic surgery in the U.S. So we're going to be there in San Diego September 26th to the 29th to 30th.
Good. Do you have any special programs that you're going to offer for early adopters? Any such things that you guys are going to do, or how is that going to go?
We always work with our prospective clients to make sure that they get all the value that they deserve and that we can offer. We have come up with a great plan for those that are actually looking to boost their practice, to create more value, to bring more patients into the practice, and basically to deliver different services and software across the whole journey from attract all the way to delight of the patients.
Great. So this innovational packages are going to be announced, sounds like, at the ASPS meeting in San Diego. So shout out to all of you listening. Look out for an active 30 days coming up with a lot of announcements that are going to be very, very exciting, because I can tell that I have not seen the Symplast team this excited internally and externally with this set of tools that are coming out. So congratulations on leading a fabulous, fabulous work effort for the last 2-3 months to deliver this to our customer base.
Very good. Thank you. Thank you, Shashi, for your support, and actually is realizing the vision that you have had many, many years ago.
It's so joyful to be part of this. Thank you all.